Hi. You might wonder why I'm starting right in the middle of this scene here. I'll talk about that later. Never mind those lines on there. But welcome to Let's Play Plankton's Robotic Revenge. A game I just didn't really get around to ever until now, I guess is what it is. I guess I go to the health chest if I need health. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, game. For some reason, I feel like it might have something slightly similar to maybe Creature from the Krusty Krab, or I actually need the nunchuck. Oh no! Oh no, this music's not something I want YouTube to hear. Thank you. I want you to not play this music though. I'll do that. Whatever you say, just don't get me content ID'd. Okay. I might actually have to turn the music down or something, or try to speak over it. This game used to, Sweet options, I agree. Hold up a second. So, content ID is better at picking out music that I'm speaking over than it used to be. But hopefully they won't keep that music there. But I feel like this is somehow maybe similar to Creature from the Krusty Krab, or what was the other one? Truth or Square, maybe? I'm not sure why I had that idea because I've never actually played this or seen it at all. Okay, this song might not be as bad for such things. So I do have to use this. Okay, that's great. So unfortunately, just 2 days ago, I got a really bad cut on my finger, and it's hard to use the nunchuck, so I was hoping I wouldn't have to use the nunchuck.
Plankton's Robotic Revenge.
Thank you, Spongebob. Oh well. We have characters to play as, that's interesting. I mean, I admit, I'm tempted to not be SpongeBob just to acknowledge someone else. Press A to lock. It's interesting. I want to be someone who's underrepresented in games. Scooter never gets played as in games like this. Maybe we can change later.
First mate, ship's radio is dead. Get some new batteries in here on the double.
Right away, sir! I was just...
Okay, this is a pretty SpongeBob-y opening, I admit.
What was that?
That, Karen, was the sound of my dreams becoming reality.
You're getting taller?
Taller? No. But I definitely will be moving up in the world. Now, crabs, kneel before me in my technological superiority. Your flimsy defenses are no match for my supercharged exoskeleton and robot minions. The Krabby Patty formula is mine. Mine!
You'll need more than a tin clown suit to outwit me, Plankton.
You'll need music too.
Patty formula is perfectly safe.
Why don't we have any?
Ultra secure. Ooh, safe.
You mean this? Ultra secure safe? I'll have this open in no time.
Get back here with me, safe, Plankton.
Mr. Krabs?
Thank Poseidon you're here, boy. Plankton has stolen me.
SpongeBob looks very unhappy.
Patty formula in it. Little does he know that the safe requires a special key to open it. I made 3 copies of the key and hid them in 3 secret locations marked on this map.
Thank you!
I admit that was actually funny. We're cutting there? Okay, cool. Alright, I admit, I'm on board with this game so far. 3 hours later. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe this will be more like SpongeBob Hero Pants, gameplay-wise. We're suddenly not at the Krusty Krab. Well, it's 3 hours later, so that's not suddenly at all.
We're safe! We're safe!
SpongeBob took 3 hours to get that idea.
Okay, all we have to do is get a giant speaker system and play sad music about a lonely trucker really loud. Next we'll have a barbecue and start cooking hot dogs, baked bananas, and sauerkraut. Then, using electric fencing, an old tuba, and a litter of kittens.
And how is that gonna help?
Squidward, picnics always help.
I love we still have you gotta have the stock images always. We have stock images as characters' portraits here, which is great.
I like SpongeBob's idea better.
Thanks, buddy.
That's it! All we have to do is find the keys before Plankton does, and the formula will be saved! So glad I thought of that.
Me too.
They actually emote in their pictures. That's nice. Bye, SpongeBob. Oh, that's what we're all doing? Okay, that's just how you do things. Sure. I guess that's like a... Were we in a level hub right here? Oh, is that rock bottom on the right then? Huh. Oh, we're starting in Dutchman places. That's usually towards the end of the game. Okay. Okay, so Zed does that in fact attack. Acknowledgement to the tentacles, that's nice. Yeah, if we can switch characters as time goes on. That's a really, really slow fade. We do have cheats, we should check those out later. Actually, in fact, well, the game will probably baby me and give me a tutorial anyways, so... Also, speaking of slow things, we're very floaty. And the camera does not move upwards with me, which bugs me.
The jump button allows me to jump.
Does-
Oh, how novel.
Does everyone have a voiceover for this? Huh. Well, I'm on board with Squidward narrating all this. I'm happy to make this choice. Invisible walls, darn it. We'll see what we do with this. So when I said things seemed a little bit like SpongeBob Hero Pants, because we have the 3D animations that lead into...
The action button to slap some robots around.
To... what was it? Leading into the actual gameplay, suddenly. And playing as different characters and what seems to be like drop-in multiplayer. I was a little concerned that... and also just finding a bunch of robot things. I was concerned that... that was very interesting looking. I was concerned that this would also have like the really bland gameplay that that game had. Got the usual bounce attack. Beautiful.
Take this, robo loser.
We also have characters saying a lot of things as we fight things.
Squidward.
So far this actually does feel in some ways comparable to that game,
Presses
but
the jump button lets me double jump.
direct hit.
Who could ever have imagined?
I know. It's I could never have guessed that myself. Thought you hadn't first told me. I was worried this would also have the same bland level design that that game had
Take this, robo loser.
in Hero Pants, because man, the level design in Hero Pants was so bland. It was just platforms. This game, it also seems to be lots of floating platforms against a backdrop, but it seems to at least have a little bit more atmosphere. And also, you actually, the camera's a bit closer and you do more.
Sprockets are like money. I can use this to buy new gizmos. Sweet.
Move around and look for things in a more interesting way. It's weird hearing Squidward feign interest in these sorts of things. It's an interesting posture. It looks more like he's always trying to sneak around, or if he's just really uninterested or something. Or uncomfortable. So we have gizmos too, that already sounds more interesting. Rate of fire for what? Okay, so different weapons. Do we already have that gizmo? I'll have to look how to actually use that then. See, having different ways of attacking like this already makes it more interesting than Hero Pants. Hero Pants, you just... and you could shoot at things, I guess, but otherwise you had a melee attack and you had a range attack, and every now and then you could go in your super form. That was basically it. I don't know why I'd want one of these more than the others. I guess they're all ranged attacks. I guess they're in some way different from each other, though. Interestingly, they're all even in cost, which seems to imply there's not a hierarchy over the moment. Oh! I'm ready, I mean to say. Okay, so this is where I can change characters, I guess. Doo-doo.
This is a gizmo that shoots pickles? Makes perfect sense to me. Press the gizmo activation button to fire it.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, if I'm going to listen to Alan give me a tutorial, out of all these characters, I want it to be Squidward. I do not regret my choice. But I'll try out the different characters as time goes on anyways. I suspect they're not going to change in gameplay, but since I can already choose my gameplay by using different gizmos, assuming that that's different in any meaningful way, that's fine by me. Interestingly, the Wii remote in this game's diagrams does not have the sleeve on it. Some games do that, some games don't. It always has the little safety latch though. Alright, superpower is minus? Okay. B is for gizmo. As is C. Okay. Okay. I had tried B and C before, I just didn't see anything happen from it. Well, nothing happens right now, I press C, I guess because I only have the one. So do I not have to worry about, okay, there's just a specific rate of fire I can hold, and I'll keep shooting. I can shoot while in the air, I have auto-targeting of some sort.
If we can single out one robot to blast, we'll multiply our damage potential.
Okay, so the idea here is evidently to play this with friends, if only. You can't go around that, Squidward? Okay, never mind. Also, we already have more interesting environments, just like in terms of ideas for levels in this game than we do in Hero Pants. It's not usually my intention to just trash games when I'm playing them on this channel, but if it's a game that I'm not playing anymore, I'm kind of okay with that.
Take this, Robo loser!
Yeah, it would be nice to play this, I guess, with someone else, but... Have I heard this melee before? So do I... No, meleeing it just does nothing. You just have to keep shooting it, I guess, for it to actually get destroyed. Yeah, blowing it does not seem to hurt me.
Success!
I was wondering if it would do that. Oh my god. Okay, some enemies I cannot target for some reason. It's unexpected, I'll go with it. I don't see much reason yet not to just ground pound everything, because it can hit multiple enemies at once. But so, for instance, all the environments in that game are so abstract back in Hero Pants. What are you doing here?
Score one for me!
So I don't know what all these meters are that I have at the top. I guess the top one is my health. The lower one I'm not sure, because I think it's ammunition, but it's evidently not.
Press the jump and then the action button to slam down on the ground.
I know. Seems so far like this game doesn't have any gratuitous motion controls, which would be, I guess, in part because it's a cross-platform game. That's always a tricky situation. Do you use motion controls or not for a game that doesn't really need it on the Wii? Because in a certain capacity, if you're...
So I need to ground slam to open these chests? Seems like a lot of work to me.
You gotta use your heads, Woody. But... as I was saying, before I got interrupted and completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, I guess that gives me health. Like help though.
Take this,
I fire so slowly, which can be upgraded, and I can only take on one enemy at a time. I really think it's better to just ground pound where I can hit
Take that.
more enemies at once,
Take that.
with minimal risk to myself too. But if you're gonna make something for the Wii and not use motion controls, well then why make something for the Wii? But sometimes you have games like this one where you just want to release it on multiple platforms to increase your reach. At which point do you design it around motion controls and then
My head's gonna be awful sore.
I know, and then try to work around that for the other versions of the game, or the other way around? Do you just not bother with motion controls at all and make people wonder why you don't use any motion controls on the motion control system? That's what happens when you have a system that's entirely built around a gimmick. Same thing happened with the DS to a lesser extent, I think, in some cases. At least with Spongebob, or what was it called? The Yellow Avenger, since that was also released on PSP. In that case, I think they made it a bit more oriented towards the DS and then just kind of tried to modify that to make it work on the PSP.
Robot towers that blast us? I guess we should avoid them.
I can blast her myself. Oh, really? I am contact damage. Awesome. So some things evidently you actually have to... Never did I think I'd have to strafe as Squidward in a game. But here we are.
Yes! Face the wrath
We did have the
of
Nicktoons
Squidward.
first-person shooter in the form of Attack of the Toybots though on the DS. Anyways. So, next episode we'll see what the heck is happening right here, this little whirlpool. And I'll also talk about what it was that was so strange about this game that made me have to start it where I did during one of the opening scenes, opening credits. Anyways, bye everyone.